All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to use your modeling kits, right? How to assemble structures. So in class, I've mostly been using the modeling kit involving hard spheres, right, with holes in them. And so if we want to go ahead and make a molecule like, say, 1,1,1 trichloroethane, we're going to need two carbons, right, because it's an ethane. So we're going to bond those two carbons together, like so. Okay. We can then bond with 3 chlorines on 1 carbon because it's 1,1,1 trichloroethane. So there's 1 of the chlorines, which we represent with the green sphere, 2, and then finally 3. Okay, so there's our trichloro group. And then we're going to need to bond the hydrogens on the other carbon, right? So we're going to put all our hydrogens in here. Okay, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3 hydrogens bonded. It's generally a little bit easier to use the really short connectors for CH bonds, but you can use any bond you like, right? So there's our second group there. So there's our CH3 group. And there's our trichloro group. And we could also, if we wanted to, use the short connectors for the CCl bonds. It really is a matter of preference which one you use, right? The key thing we're looking at is being able to represent that we have the 3 chlorines on the one atom and then the 3 hydrogens on the other carbon atom. Okay, so that's another way we can represent it. Okay, the other type of model which often comes with the textbook is based on these sorts of zigzag type structures. And these ones here, if you actually look carefully, they do have a little text on them. This one says sp3, okay, and so does this one here. So the way you make a tetrahedral carbon center is you slide these two together and then you push it until they can't go any further. You click them together. Okay, so to make an ethane, we're actually going to need a total of 4 of these little zigzag structures, because each zigzag structure needs to snap with another one to make the tetrahedral carbon center, right? You can see that's a tetrahedral carbon center. So to make our ethane, we're going to link them together like so. They have sort of a long, hole and a pointy end, so we can mix those two together. And then to get the 1,1,1 trichloroethane, we can just go ahead and put 3 green spheres on the end here, okay? Whenever we have the thicker end, we're going to want to use the larger hole in the sphere. Whenever we have the thinner end, we can use a smaller one. In the same way here, we can put, again, the larger diameter side of the sphere. On the other side, we're going to put our 3 hydrogens, which we represent by white spheres. Here we have a thin end, so we're going to put the smaller diameter group in here. Same way here, we've got the smaller diameter one, so we're going to put the smaller diameter group in. And then finally, here's the larger diameter one, so we'll put the larger diameter side of the sphere in. All spheres should have a small and a large size hole, and we just match them: small pointy end with the small size hole, large pointy end with the large size hole. And that's how we make trichloroethane with our modeling kit, right? Key thing is, to make a carbon, we take 2 of these structures here, make sure they both say, for instance, sp3 or sp2, whichever bonding we're talking about. We're going to snap the 2 of them together. Okay, we're going to hear that click. That's when we made a tetrahedral carbon. So they can come apart just by pressing on them a bit, or then we can snap them together and make a tetrahedral carbon. So we need 2 of these to make 1 tetrahedral carbon site here. Hopefully that was helpful in showing you how to use your modeling kit, and thanks a lot.